Hi, it's Derek Sweet here from the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise $1 Million Coaching Program. Thank you very much for popping by to watch this video. Over the next few moments, what I'm going to do is walk you through the program, explain how it works, and give you a much better idea whether this is for you. Okay, let's get started. What I'm going to do now is walk you through the entire program and beginning with the investment side of things. That's what we're most well known for in the $1 Million Coaching Program, is the way we invest. You see, we've created this program called the Investique Investment Algorithm, which is only available through the $1 Million Coaching Program. And what we do is we take a look at 28 different buy or sell indicators around a company. That's a public company, of course. And some of these indicators are the obvious ones, like the price earnings ratio or the tangible book value, but we go a lot deeper and a lot wider than that, including studying the leadership, looking at their track record, the various people, the CEO, the CFO, the products, the services the company represents, how competitive are they? And typically we take a look at companies for quite a long time before we actually qualify a company to be either a screaming buy or a featured stock pick. And I'll explain the two in a moment. Our track record has been incredible. We've had over 23 screaming buys since inception, and 86% of them have made money for our members. Actually more than 86%, but some of them, 3 of them in fact, have gone down after they've gone up. So if we count, if you could have traded those stocks and made money on every single one of our trades so far. Now, what I want to talk about is the difference between the two different kind of investments we have in the stock market. One's called a screaming buy, and the other one's called a featured stock pick. Let's begin with the screaming buy alert. This is something we created back in August of 2015. Well, we launched it in 2015. We did the research leading up to this launch for years. And what it is it's a company, typically it's a stock or an index fund. Most of the time it will be a stock that we feel represents not only incredible value, but a timely investment value, which means we're much more likely to make money a lot quicker than a lot of other traditional investments. And that's actually been the case. In fact, our very first screaming buy, which came out August 7th, 2015, we made a 40% rate of return within weeks. Followed up 2 weeks later with another screaming buy, which made 50%, over 50% within a couple of weeks as well. And we've been averaging about over 2 screaming buys per month since inception. We've had as many as 4 per month. In January of 2016, we had 4. But typically, I tell members you should expect to be receiving 1 to 2 screaming buys per month. So if we're looking at 12 to 24 screaming buys per year, and they're good, and we continue to maintain, and that's the goal, to have 80% plus of our screaming buys make money. In fact, our average screaming buy has earned over 20%. So if you're doing 12 to 24 trades and you're averaging 20%, you can imagine the overall returns. And sometimes they happen very rapidly. Our November 6th screaming buy 2015 earned a 30% plus rate of return in just 3 trading days. Our March 3rd, 2016 screaming buy earned a 100 plus rate of return within weeks, as did our very next screaming buy, which happened March 7th, also earned a 100 plus % rate of return. Now, we don't do this all the time. We do it regularly enough, but our goal is to earn a 20% return per investment and have at least 80% of our screaming buys make money for our members. What's that mean? That means probably somewhere between 10 and 20% of them will not go the way we wanted them to go for whatever reason. Now, because this is an ongoing program with lots of support, when we feel that we've picked a screaming buy that's not going to go the way we thought it would go, we do communicate to our members. And we also teach people how to invest in such a way where you have downside protection. We talk about things like stop loss orders, where you have a limited downside in most cases. Moving on, now May 24th, we had a 50% rate of return within just weeks. You know, a lot of our screaming buys are deep value plays. And a deep value is a stock that is typically trading at a substantial discount to the company's intrinsic value. So for example, if a company's worth $10 a share and for whatever reason it's trading at $5 a share, well, that stock's trading at a 50% discount to its intrinsic value. And in the long run, this is a safer way to invest. And we use that model with most of our picks because it's safer. As you can see with this program, you can still make a lot of money investing in value stocks, but the beauty of this approach is you're taking on a lot less risk. And our members like that. Members like Mike Chambers, who tripled his portfolio within the first year of joining our program. And by the way, he was one of our first members.
Hi everyone, my name's Mike Chambers, and I've been involved in the $1 Million Coaching Program from day one. And I've actually seen the program evolve to levels that really have it live up to the name, the $1 Million Coaching Program. I've tripled my portfolio since being in the program. It's been an unbelievable ride, one of the best experiences of my life. And I've actually suggested the program to well over 7 people who chose to get involved in the $1 Million Coaching Program. And they're benefiting and experiencing the rewards and the financial success just like I have from being in the program. So well worth the investment. Unbelievable value, and I highly encourage you to get involved in the $1 Million Coaching Program.
So what I'll do now is just walk you through what happens when you join our program. Again, you're going to be receiving somewhere between 1 to 2 screaming buys per month. In addition to that, you're also going to have access to our live monthly InvestGeek strategy webinars where we bring you up to date on some of our previous screaming buys, and we also talk about what we're looking at currently and what's going on in the market and what we think is going to happen in the next couple of quarters. There's also an opportunity with every webinar for you to show up and ask your questions about anything related to investing. In addition to the live monthly InvestGeek strategy webinars, you're also going to be receiving ongoing market updates on current and past screaming buys and featured stock picks. You've already heard about the screaming buy alerts. You may be wondering, what are the featured stock picks? The difference between the screaming buy alerts and the featured stock picks, basically there's 2 differences. One is the kind of investment we're talking about. A featured stock pick is much more long-term. They tend to be a little bit more conservative, a little bit more buy it and forget it. Maybe it's an index fund. Maybe it's a real big company. It's a blue chip company that really dominates their space. And also, another one of the differences is in the number of featured stock picks you get. In this program, you'll receive 1 featured stock pick per quarter, sometimes 2, but our goal is to have 1. See, our primary focus in the $1 Million Coaching Program is not the featured stock picks, it's the screaming buys. The promise to you is you're going to have on average somewhere between 1 to 2 per month, but as many as 4 you can expect as well. And we stay in touch with our members. So you'll be receiving ongoing email InvestGeek alerts on both investment news, investment updates, and investment strategy updates that's relevant to what's happening not only in the market, but especially what's happening with your screaming buys or featured stock picks that you may have already invested in. In addition to receiving the ongoing screaming buy alerts and the quarterly featured stock picks, as well as the ongoing live monthly webinars, you'll also have access to something called RAIN, which stands for Real Estate Investment Network. In fact, you're going to have a membership in RAIN, which means you'll be able to go on, log into their website, and learn more about what's happening in real estate, how interest rates are affecting real estate, different areas that are hot areas, and other things that you may want to learn more about as you diversify your portfolio from the stock market to the real estate market. In fact, you're also going to have access to something called Property Wealth TV. This is only available through the $1 Million Coaching Program. And here what we've done is we've partnered with Don Campbell, who's the author of the wonderful book called The Little Book of Real Estate Investing in Canada. Now, even if you don't live in Canada, the golden nuggets of real estate investing wisdom in this book can be applied to any market around the world, whether you live in Canada, United States, Australia, the UK, it doesn't matter. A lot of these principles can be applied worldwide. Don's been investing in real estate since the early 80s, and he's become known around the world as one of the leading experts in how to diversify your portfolio in real estate, how to build wealth in real estate, but also, and I think you'll really appreciate this, how to avoid making a lot of mistakes in real estate. So expect to hear from Don every month in Property Wealth TV. Another part of the $1 Million Coaching Program is Performance Wealth TV. Now, you may think this has nothing to do with creating wealth, but I dare say it has everything to do with creating wealth, because it has more to do with the mindset of creating abundance, of achieving your goals, of breaking through all the fears that we all come across in our life. And this is hosted by Richard Dolan. You can see all the people he's networked with. I laugh because I'm in awe of this man. I've known Richard since he was 16, and what he's done with his life and how he's developed himself and who he's helping right now is nothing short of just mind-blowing. Currently, as I speak here today, he's coaching more than 5 different professional sporting teams at the highest level, and not necessarily on how to shoot a hoop or shoot a puck, but on the mindset of winning. And finally, before we wrap things up, we couldn't have this program complete without hearing from Abe Brown. Abe Brown is the president of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, and he's the host of something we call Leadership Wealth TV. Now, every month, Abe will show up and he'll be talking about something related to you leading yourself, leading others, and leading the way into a better life. So to wrap things up, the $1 Million Coaching Program primarily is a tool to help you become a better stock investor, a better real estate investor, and live your life at that highest level where you're performing better, you're leading your own life more effectively, and you're making better decisions, not just with your investments, but with your life. That's what the program's all about. So that's it in a nutshell. And hopefully you've learned everything that will help you make a decision on whether you should join our program. If you would like to schedule an interview, and that is a requirement, please call our office. If you live in North America, please call 866-455-2155. Again, that's 866-455-2155. If you live outside North America, please send us an email. Send it to support@healthywealthyandwise.com. Under subject, please type in $1 Million Coaching Program interest, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible to set up a meeting, probably with either myself or one of our staff at our head office at Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. So thanks again for watching this video, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side as a member of the $1 Million Coaching Program.